The 2024 Major League Soccer season has officially commenced. We're here on the ground in Chester, Pennsylvania, where the Chicago Fire just battled the Philadelphia into a thrilling 2-2 draw here at Subaru Park. Frank Klopas was happy with his team's performance, while he was unhappy that they weren't able to get the 3 points. It's still a good result in a place where the Fire have traditionally struggled.
Yeah, I think I feel really good about the point. I thought that our team showed a lot of character and great spirit, team spirit. Difficult place to play, but I'm proud of our guys. I think they came out. We got a point to start the season in a positive way.
Though the Fire were big underdogs coming into this game, they opened the scoring. In the 39th minute, Brian Gutiérrez, the young midfielder who's a homegrown and 20 years old and trying to get into that U.S. men's national team picture, found an inch of space outside the penalty box, and he took a mile. A blast from outside the 18 found its way past backup goalkeeper Oliver Semley for Philadelphia into the top corner. 1-0 Fire, a lead they would take into the half.
So I went in between the gap and I tried to cut again, cut inside, and then I just didn't think about it. I just said, why not shoot it? And I shot it, and honestly, it was a great goal, and more to come for sure.
It wouldn't last, though, because the Union came out all guns blazing in the second half. Within seconds, they had actually got the ball in the back of the net, though it was called back for offside. Michael Uwa scored to tie it. Fabian Herbers for the Fire then scored to give the Fire the lead with a couple minutes to go, but the Union were knocking on the door, and after a couple of goals that were offside, they did tie it up in stoppage time through Daniel Gazdag, a goal that did seem like it was coming, but nonetheless, a strong result, a strong performance for the Chicago Fire.
I mean, Philly is so strong. They came with one wave, another wave, another wave at the end. At the end, they were lucky that we're not going down 3-2 either. So I think overall 2-2 is a fair result, and just happy overall with the team performance, and I think it's a good start to the season.
This match marked the debut for a couple of Chicago Fire players. Designated player Hugo Kuipers, who arrived on a big money up to $14 million transfer from Belgian team Ghent, made his first appearance at center forward. While he didn't get on the score sheet, it was a very, very good performance from the Belgian, as he found a lot of space making runs in behind, and while his linking with teammates is going to come with time, he still needs to gel with the likes of Jordan Shaqiri, Brian Gutierrez, and Marin Haile Selassie. It was an impressive debut for Kuipers, and only the beginning. Kellen Acosta, who joined as a free agent following his departure from LAFC in the offseason, also came off the bench. Though he isn't quite ready to start yet, there were promising signs from the U.S. international.
Ugo is a very good player. He's been fit. He really didn't miss much. So he came in 1 week with us, and I think he was his ability. He came in right away, and I think ready to contribute. And with Kellen, it was important to get him minutes, and he's getting sharper every day. And I think another week we should get him maybe not 100%, but close to that.
The referee was in the spotlight today because the Professional Soccer Refereeing Association is currently locked out, meaning that all the MLS referees that we know and love were not in the Major League Soccer games this weekend. However, Mohamed Hassan, who was the referee today, I thought he had a pretty good performance, but for the crowd, they didn't agree so much. He was actually booed at the end of the game and at halftime. Some controversial calls. I think it went both ways, but at the same time, for me, in my opinion, he was just under a spotlight, a particular spotlight, because of all the conversation around the referees. Every little mistake came into question. He did have to call back 2 goals due to VAR for the Union, but both were the correct call.
I didn't think it was you noticed that they were like different quality or lower or higher, or I think it felt like a normal MLS game. Even with 2 VAR decisions, I think the referee called it correctly. Overall, it wasn't an easy game to referee, and I think he did fine, and the whole team did fine.
But now for Frank Klopas, Brian Gutierrez, Fabian Herbers, and the Chicago Fire, all attention shifts to next Saturday, March 2nd, when they take on reigning Shield winners FC Cincinnati in their home opener at Soldier Field. This will mark the highly anticipated return to red, where the Fire will finally don those famous red jerseys once again for the first time since 2019. Thanks all for following our coverage here from Chester. For the final time from Pennsylvania, I've been Alex Calabrese for Men in Red 97.